Hello guys, and today our Ukrainian SBU drones have provided us a perfect location for our favorite Russian geography lessons because this location combines a number of legitimate military sites all destroyed by these angry birds of the Ukrainian armed forces. All took place in Novorossiysk, with our drones destroying a number of the Russian warships, an air defense system, and a huge terminal for the transportation of the Russian oil. Novorossiysk is the city that I often mention in my videos because our drones and missiles visit it, and most importantly, this is the new headquarters of the leftovers of the Russian Black Sea Fleet in Russia. That is a city to which they had to escape after Ukrainian armed forces destroyed the headquarters of the Russian Black Sea Fleet in Crimea in Sevastopol, reminding us that soon all of the peninsula will return back home to Ukraine. And also, this is an important oil transportation hub, and the fact that we set it ablaze, and there are tons of videos showing how big the damage was, only proves that Russia is unable to protect its strategic locations and its strategic partners like Iran. And I'm sure that now more and more people following different wars and conflicts around the planet understand how interconnected they are, and that unfortunately the root of many problems lies in Moscow, because Moscow sponsors various dangerous authoritarian regimes trying to build this axis of evil. But thank God we have smart and brave people who understand how important it is to defeat and demilitarize Russia. And honestly, I was very proud to hear that in times of this very hard war, the Ukrainian armed forces, our professionals, and our president are prepared to send our specialists to back up our allies while intercepting Iranian drones in different countries of the world. Thumbs up for that. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia and the fall of other evil regimes supported by Putin, subscribe and share these videos to spread the truth. You know that Russia is fully dependent on the export of its resources. That's why the Ukrainian drone sanctions and your economic sanctions help us literally destroy their war budget. Their federal budget is not just empty now, it lacks trillions of rubles. It becomes visible in all the regions of the Russian Federation. The local authorities have no money for utilities and, most importantly, no money for the payments to the Russian war criminals who joined this army for the sake of money, nothing else. This seriously shakes Putin's regime because he needs the general conscription, he fears this general conscription, and another burnt oil terminal causes him more problems. So the Ukrainian drones first visited a huge oil terminal, also known as S-300. It is located in Novorossiysk. It is big because it's one of three, I guess, Russia's main oil transportation hubs, together with Ust-Luga on the Baltic Sea and Tuapse on the Black Sea too. I am sure those of you who follow our Russian geography lessons recognize these names, and each was visited by Ukrainian drones, Ukrainian marine drones, Ukrainian missiles not once, and I believe this tendency will continue until the collapse of Putin's regime. It is very directly linked to the ability to sell oil and gas. And there are tons of videos of excited and not very excited Russians recording the flames on that S-300 oil terminal. But most importantly, now Novorossiysk is also home to the Russian Black Sea Fleet. It was not always like that. It happened, I guess, more than a year ago, when the Ukrainian missiles, the Ukrainian drones successfully destroyed Russia's Black Sea Fleet and then its headquarters. I need to remind you how it all began with the Russian warship Moskva threatening a couple of very brave Ukrainian guards on the Snake Island. hearing the answer of the Ukrainian guards, which became actually a prophecy for all the Black Sea Fleet of the Russian Federation. They lost it. Most of their warships, submarines, patrol boats, all are on the bottom of the Black Sea, together with the destroyed headquarters with a Russian admiral inside. And then they took these leftovers and escaped to Novorossiysk, which is in Russia, where they can legitimately stay. And even there, we reach them with our marine drones, and the explanation is clear, because Russia is a threat to not just to its neighbors, but to many other countries. And the fact that we destroyed more warships makes the aquatorium of the Black Sea, of the Mediterranean Sea, safer, and also prevents potentially the Kremlin from helping Iran, from helping some other authoritarian regimes, because, you know, they were super connected. But right now, we witness this failure of Putin's geopolitical influence. That is what his supporters now openly talk about. That in 2025, in 2026, they simply observe how one by one Russia's allies fall. And honestly, I don't mind if Putin's regime will be the next in this authoritarian domino strategy. And apart from warships destroyed, a huge oil terminal destroyed, we also neutralized an air defense system, a radar of S-300, making more and more Russians very disappointed with the work of their air defense. You know that people in Belgorod already openly criticize Moscow. They say they do not feel any support. Nobody cares about their electricity, heating, actually absence of all of this, utilities, the need to evacuate thousands of people, and also there are not enough air defense systems to protect these people. They prioritize Putin and his bunkers and his doubles, and they don't care about Russians who now live in very active war zones. And it's not just the neighboring regions, it is also Moscow. And if you do not understand why, do check this video on Anna Danilchuk channel, where we discuss all the facts that I'm sure will persuade you that after 4 years of this exhausting war, even the capital of the Russian Federation is an active war zone, something nobody could have predicted. Same as the fact that now Ukraine closes the sky above some other countries. I do remember how back in 2022 we begged NATO close the skies, and I'm sure that even the most optimistic supporters of Ukraine couldn't have imagined that in 2026 Ukraine, our drone interceptors, our soldiers, our experts, our trainers will help close the skies above so many countries now influenced by Iran war. I'm very proud, not just that we survived this very difficult winter, that not just we survived these 4 years of the exhausting war, but that we are able to share our skills, our experience, our soldiers with you to make this world a safer place and to prevent similar wars, attacks from happening, more evil technologies from developing. We need to destroy the cause, the root of all the problems. And here I need to remind you, yes, it is Russia. Our task is to defeat, demilitarize it, and to deliver justice. That's important. Ukrainians are working on that, so let's stay united. Trust us, support us, and we will do the job. And you please share these videos to spread the truth and to shift this understanding of everything from the Moscow-centered paradigm to a more optimistic one, Ukrainian. Thank you so much for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channels. Subscribe to my X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Discord and Substack newsletter. All the links in the description of this video, same as the link to a merch shop where we have a lot of good products that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Thank you so much. United we stand. Slava Ukraini!